Okay then, video for you, an update on EventPics. So those of you that do follow my videos I know I post a lot of videos, but this one is worth checking out. So EventPics is something I created a while back. The idea of it is it creates QR codes. But you will need a Wi-Fi for this. So this is where the guests can scan the QR codes, upload photos and videos, and they can do up to 5 at a time, and it can be a mix of both if they want to do that. What I've included in it now is this download instruction sheet. So you would create your QR code for your Wi-Fi. If there is no password for your Wi-Fi, which is the way I work it, you would put a tick in that box and it would still create your QR code. Okay, now I'm currently connected to the Ethernet, so if I was on the Wi-Fi, that'd say Wi-Fi there as well. So you then would download the instruction sheet. I'll quickly show you what that looks like. So it looks like this here. So the small QR code tells them to scan that to connect to the Wi-Fi, and the bigger one is what they would scan to bring up the upload screen on their phones. And then they just choose the photos and videos from the phones and upload them, and then you can send them all to your client whenever you want. I do it the day after, but you can do the same day if you want. You can even save everything directly onto a USB stick if you wanted to do so. In the settings, you would do that down here. Personally, I would say save them to your computer and then transfer them to USB just in case the USB goes corrupt. Give it an event name, so Mr. and Mrs. Smith there, update the name, and then on the screen it will say the wedding of Mr. and Mrs. Smith or whatever you've called it. Okay, what we also have now in this system is this media wall. Now I'm just going to bring things up. Now I've not got the sizing right here because I'm trying to do it all on one screen. But what we have across the top, we've got display mode, seating plans, preloaded, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I'll go through them all. Display mode. Now, when I'm on there, I can choose if what I want to show manually. So if you're at an event and you want to step in and change things, you can do. Now, there's two ways of running this system. One is with a normal screen, and the other way is with a touch screen, which you would use the interactive mode for. Okay, what we've got here, the live photos, that's what's showing at the moment. There's nothing on there. When it loads up, it will load that by default. So you just choose which one. It tells you at the top which is showing. So seating plan, preloaded photos. So if you want to do a slideshow, you can load a load of photos in there. Order of events, seating plan and order of events. Popular weddings, they usually get put on a board on an easel. You can now have them on a screen, making it a lot nicer for the wedding itself. Videos, you can choose which videos you have. Images, images will cycle through. So I think there's 3 images loaded in here. Yeah, so I've just done them to demo. Games, there's 3 on there at the moment. I will look to add more. Now, in reality, you're probably only going to use the games if you have got a touchscreen, but you can have a wireless mouse, a cordless mouse or something, and allow them to do it that way. And the other thing you can add is your website on there if you wanted to do so. Okay, so across the top, we've got the seating plan. This is where you upload the image. You can build one. Okay, it is very basic if you build one. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just quickly save that, and I'll bring it up so you can see what that looks like. Seating plan. So you can see it is very, very basic. All right, so with seating plans and the timeline, I would recommend you upload images. So get them on Canva. Your client has probably already got them made up anyway. So ask them to send them over and you'll show them on the screen. So let me just save that there. Save that there. There we go. Okay, so timeline works the same way. Again, you can build your timeline. It's not great. I say it's not great. It works. It's just not the nicest looking when you can do images like this. Preloaded photos. This is what I mentioned. You can have a slideshow running with images. So if it's a wedding, the bride and groom as they were growing up, their engagement, holidays, that sort of thing. So you can have them running at any time you want. Now there is the schedule here. Stick around because the schedule is the big selling point on this. Videos, and you can add as many as you want in there, and you can choose when you want to play them. Okay, so if you're doing it in display mode, it will only choose the one video. So I'm saying I want that one is active. So the Ashton one is active. So if I go to display mode and show video, you'll see the Ashton video there. Okay. The other one that I've got in is just somebody's birthday, but you can add as many as you want. Images, again, these will cycle through. You can add as many images as you want. So basically another image slideshow if you like. Adverts, You can put your branding on there if you want. You can set the size of it, the opacity of it, and you can also show where you want to show it. So it says top right, bottom center. Let's have a look. So save branding. So that's popped that there. You can just about see it. Right. So because I've got the screen size, it's just set a little bit odd. So I can do this recording for you. So top center, we'll just save that, and you should be able to see it. There you go. So up to you if you want it on there. So you could have the bride and groom's monogram or something like that on there if you want. Adverts, if you choose to show them, you can set how often they show and how long each advert is shown for. So if you're doing video ads, reels, that sort of thing, you can pop them on there, and you just literally add them in here, so they can be images or video files. All right. Next up, we have schedule. Oh, sorry, interactive. Interactive, you can choose what you want to have on the interactive menu. So with the interactive, ideally you're going to need a touch screen. Okay, so what the interactive mode is here, it says touch to explore, and then it brings up the options here. So if I want to see the photo slideshow, I could touch that. That will time out after what I've got it set here is 30 seconds. So as long as I don't touch that screen again, it will time out and it will go back to the schedule. Now, going on to the schedule, this is where this system is a really good system, because what you would do is you set this up before your event with the full times of the day. So on arrival, a wedding, we're talking a wedding, on arrival, you would probably have a splash screen, the welcome to the wedding of Mr. and Mrs. Jones, that sort of thing. So you could play that as a video, you could play it as a static image, it doesn't matter, you choose how you want it on there. So whatever your screen is, you would choose it on there. Now if it is a video, choose video, and then if you've got more than one video, just make sure you choose the right one. Okay, you will set the time you want it to start. So again, if it is a wedding, I would probably be dropping this off around about 10 o'clock in the morning. I would have that running from 10 o'clock. The guests are arriving at around 11:30, so maybe keep it on till say 12 o'clock. Because I've got the interactive mode on there, they can jump out of it and see what other things are on there if they wanted to do so. But if you haven't got the interactive mode, this is where your timing comes more into it. So we'll say 10 till 11:30, and then I'd have a slideshow running, and then maybe the order of events for the day. You can change. You can have them just showing for a couple of minutes each one, and then have it change. It's totally your total control of the timings on this. Now, important, your end time is going to be your start time of the next thing. So, for example, here we've got the video starting at 12:08, finishing at 12:10. The next thing is starting at 12:10, running till, and so on and so forth. Okay, I've obviously not sorted these times out. That will give you a nice, smooth change to everything that is shown on the screen. Okay, so again, you can do as much as you want on here. That you can just keep adding time slot after time slot after time slot. The more you add to it, the more interactive, the more it becomes of a schedule. And yeah, it works really, really well. Now, if you do have interactive mode on and you have the schedule running, what will happen when somebody touches the screen? So I've got video already on there. So I'm going to change the video to the Charlie video. Okay. So in fact, I'm going to change that back because there's sound on that, and I don't want the sound playing. That's okay. I've got the sound disabled. It's all right. So if I don't touch the screen again now, it will go back to that schedule. Okay, so you'll see, if you can just about see at the bottom of the screen here, there's a little bar that's moving down. I've got it set to 30 seconds on the interactive. So that will time out after 30 seconds and it would go back to the schedule. Now, I've not got a schedule set up, so it's going to go back to what I had on the display mode. But you'll see any second now, it goes back to, well, we've got the video playing anyway. So let's go back to the display mode. We had the video playing anyway. So yeah, it works really, really well. The schedule is a big thing, so it will always go back to that schedule. So the guests can touch the screen, see what they want to see, and then it's going to go back to the schedule. If you don't want interactive on, if you've not got a touch screen, just simply turn it off and click Save Settings. You can still access this manually at any point. But I'd just recommend you sort your schedule out, but you can access it manually at any point. You can do it from your phone. There's a URL that you can access to your phone. Now you will need some form of connection for that. I'll do another video on that if you need it. But the way I got this working is I have my travel router more for the access to the uploading of the photos on here. Okay, so I have my travel router, and then I have my well, my touchscreen has a computer built into it, so it'll just run. So I would, if I wanted to make any changes on here, I'd need to connect via the travel router. Okay, so any questions on it, do feel free to ask. I'll pop a link in the description to the website. It's a one-off purchase. That does entitle you to future updates. And talking of future updates, if you have got any suggestions that you would like to see on it, then drop me a message. Okay, we can look at what we can do on there. So I've got some games on here. So I've got Match the Pairs, Noughts and Crosses, and Party Bird it's a little bit like Flappy Bird. Okay, very easy to play. So you would need a touch screen. I'm using this on a cordless mouse, so you can use it on a cordless wireless Bluetooth mouse, that sort of thing, if you wanted to do so. Obviously, there's a chance that that mouse is going to go missing if you leave it at an event on its own, but it does give you the options. All right, so that's it. Any questions? Let me know. Thanks for watching, and do take care.